Liberty, Freedom, Whiskey Podcast. Two guys unfiltered, unedited, extremely opinionated, drinking whiskey.
What could go wrong?
Be warned, they don't care about your feelings. Just freedom and liberty, and of course, whiskey.
Welcome to a regular episode of Liberty, Freedom, Whiskey Podcast.
Why isn't there a Trump next to Washington?
I don't think they put him up there yet.
There's a 3D print I could do. I'll have to get it to you. How's it going, everybody?
We got a whole bunch. I hope everybody had a good New Year.
Absolutely. Y'all got so damn drunk you couldn't remember who you were in the morning.
I think that might have been you.
Oh, that was definitely fucking me.
That was you. And you alone. We have quite a few stories to talk about. I guess main thing in the news that happened recently is poor old Betty White died.
Fucking, it's insane. The end of an era, man. I'm telling you, we're losing all the good ones. And you know, they had a hoax going around that Clint Eastwood died. I about jumped out of my skin, and all of a sudden, no, it turned out it was a hoax.
Well, he's getting up there in age too.
Yep.
So, but yes, Betty White died. She almost made the 100.
Yep, it would have been January 15th, I think, something like that.
Almost made it. She had a good life. She's a funny lady. Like I said, now we have, instead of Betty White, we have Cardi B. So just take that.
Oh, fuck.
Just take that for what it's worth.
Speaking of Cardi B, as many people may not know, or they do know, AOC decided to grace us here in our beautiful state of Florida. And she went down to the Miami New Year celebration, which is fucking huge. I mean, these people are packed in like sardines. They got some pictures of her and stuff, and she's with her boyfriend that gives her the white privilege by injection.
Yes, she does have a Caucasian boyfriend.
Yeah, go figure.
White, because she said she always wanted to have a little white privilege. Some of that white privilege inside of her. So.
And then she actually had the audacity to state that Republicans are motivated by sexual frustration when we talk about her in a negative way.
You said frustration.
Frustration?
You said frustration instead of frustration.
Frustration. That's either way. Yeah, so she seems to think that we all want to bone her. That's why we can't stand her to be happy. No, you're a senator inside of a shithole that is turning into a communist state overnight, and you decided to spend your vacation time in one of the freest state in the United States. I could see where people would point out your hypocrisy.
Yeah, I could definitely see AOC in some starting some midget porn or something like that. That would be.
No, I told you, some humiliation porn.
Oh, let's get away from her. You're gonna ruin my day. What we do have in the news is some fake vaccine cards.
No.
Which I'm so surprised how many people are thinking how this should be like some kind of shock or something like that. Fake vaccine cards? No, never. Well, hell, they got fake everything else. I mean,
fake IDs.
Fake IDs, fake driver's license. I mean, fake motor vehicle inspection stickers, fake license plates. They have all kind of fake shit.
Fake boobs.
Fake boobs. It's correct. Those are probably the best fake thing. But
oh yeah.
Anyway, this comes from TMZ, so it's got to be on point. Fake vaccine card business is booming. Fake vaccine cards are selling like crazy. It's selling like the Omicron variant. And demand has shot up over the past few weeks. You don't think? Let's see why demand might have shot up. Oh, that's because Chicago and New York and places like New Orleans they making everybody have fucking, their little vaccine card, or you can't actually breathe air anymore without it.
Fucking go to jail, New York.
It's shot up smack in the middle of Omicron surge. First of all, this is terrible. It's fucking terrible. But you know what it's not? It's not a crime.
Yeah.
Even though TMZ says it should be, and it shouldn't because it's just stupid.
Good thing they don't make the fucking laws, huh?
The cards are going for around $250 a pop now, and they were about $50 before Omicron.
You didn't by chance get a link to these, did you?
To get the card? No, it don't.
Yeah.
It don't have a link in here. They were going for about $50 back in September, and they're going for $250 now, which means because the demand's so high for them, we're told thousands of people are hawking fake vaccine cards. This is so shocking. Shocking. Maybe you could 3D print.
One of them tattoos that goes in your forearm.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to happen. The folks.
Oh, they're already saying that should be a thing, like a permanent.
No, for the
microchip.
vaccine shit. No.
Yeah, to track the vaccine.
I have tattoos, but it's not going to be a barcode.
Why not? The Jews seem to like it.
No.
Exactly.
No. It says the folks studying the surge of fake cards tell us the price of the bogus cards will continue to rise as Omicron. Omicron's not the reason for it. The reason it's going up is because you got all these fucked up cities making you have a card so you can even go grocery shopping.
Yeah, but God forbid you want to leave the state. There's some states that actually have border checkpoints and shit.
Jeez. The cards were originally sold on the dark web, but sellers have become emboldened as everything gets even more political, and they're now selling the cards much more openly on various forums and chat rooms. President Biden tweeted, like this fucker tweeted anything. One of President Biden's handlers tweeted.
What's a tweet? Is there a bird?
Yeah, his little blue check mark. We should all be concerned about Omicron, but not panicked. If you're fully vaccinated, and especially if you've got boosted, you're highly protected. But if you're unvaccinated, you're at high risk of getting severely ill from COVID-19, getting hospitalized, and dying. Anyway, that was the president warning everybody to go get vaccinated and go get boosted because your president said so. So run out and do that quickly. Be safe. We don't want nobody hurt when everybody's safe. So everybody run out and do that, okay? Because Dr. Biden, not Dr. Jill Biden, it's Dr. Joe Biden said so.
You know something?
Me personally, like I said before, if you want to go get vaccinated, go get vaccinated. If you don't. That's because we're supposed to be in a free country, which is not real free anymore. So, but anyway, if you didn't get your fake vaccine card before, you're going to be paying out the ass for it now because they don't like $250, $50, $250. Somebody making a profit, a big ass profit.
Wish it was me. Shit ain't illegal. I mean, into anything.
I don't see laws on fake vaccine cards.
No, I know there was somebody, a doctor or somebody got arrested out in California a while back for doing it, but that's California. You can't even fucking step on the sidewalk without a fine.
Is that part of the United States?
Not much longer.
This next story, I'm sure everybody, if y'all remember, New York got elected a new mayor, and he was supposed to be like the greatest thing since the last mayor, or better.
No, it's the same thing as the last fucking mayor.
Well, anyway, they elected him. He's
the chocolate version.
He's a retired police officer, and he did say he was going to bring back, I think his whole thing, they were thinking, he's like more on the Republican side or the conservative side, 'cause he said he's going to bring back the plainclothes unit and all that stuff. He ran with a big D behind his name because and not the D that would make a lot of ladies happy. That's not the type of D we're talking about.
He's from Jamaica.
But anyway, he
thought
is.
It was Queens, but
that's where all the Jamaicans move, right? Queens. But
Jamaica Queens.
That's what happened. Didn't when Eddie Murphy came over here from coming to America to find him a queen in Queens.
Yeah.
But anyway, they thought he was just, no, he's more of the same. He's already getting bashed being called de Blasio or whatever, 2.0 or whatever like that. Or they just getting a bunch of more of the same. Basically, I don't know if you read it or not. Basically, he got in there and he extended all of the freaking COVID mandates his first day in office. They thought the people thought, he's going to come in and take all it off. Nope.
No, you got to vote for somebody with an R in front of their name for that to even be a thought.
Or even an I.
Yeah, good luck.
But the I's don't get voted in too much because the two big parties aren't going to do it. But anyway, y'all voted him in. Y'all pretty much knew what his policy. The only policy he had that was the conservative thing was whoops, look at that. My chair breaking again. I'm having chair issues.
Right before the episode, he tried to change out chairs because he's got multiples. Then he sat down, and that one was completely blown out. He just dropped.
Yeah. I might have to lose some weight or something.
Let's get a better chair.
These were $100-something a piece. They wasn't cheap. But anyway, they get more of the same. Like I said, he extended the Maxine. The
Maxine Walter.
He extended the Maxine mandates.
Yeah, the maxi pads.
Yeah, the vaccine man. So it's just like the same person that was in there before, and just
different color.
Just that they ain't got to do it. It's just more of the same crap. Get out of New York. Leave California. Well, you know what? No, don't. All you progressives that love this shit, y'all stay there. Y'all stay there.
That's true.
We don't want y'all to leave. If you enjoy it and think they're doing a good job, you stay there.
Well, didn't you say, did you find an article that said they had some kind of, no, that was a store. Never mind. We're going to cover that in a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to get that. Oh, and in New York, I almost forgot. Skipped over. It's so important. This whole one person we have watching this live, but it's got a video. New York is also given priority to I think COVID testing, and let me see if I can find the headline here, and I'll play the video too.
Yeah, that was what I was talking about. That and the other story.
But anyway, New York is I don't think put on here, they prioritizing COVID stuff, testing, and medicines, prioritizing it for people of color, brown and black people, as long as you're not white. And if you think I'm lying, this is from Fox News, okay? Watch.
COVID treatments, which appears to prioritize patients based on race. Officials writing this, quote, non-white race or Hispanic Latino ethnicity should be considered a risk factor as longstanding systemic health and social inequities have contributed to an increased risk of severe illness and death from COVID-19. Here now to react, Fox News contributor Tammy Bruce. Tammy.
So you heard that, right? They're going to prioritize it by race now, because everything's race now.
Happy New Year to you. Not only is discrimination based upon race in a healthcare setting literally illegal, literally a violation of the Constitution, but it also is also another example of blue cities doing things that divide us based upon race. Why, Tammy? Why?
You shouldn't be eating edibles while we're on camera.
Oh, I wish.
You can see the look on your face when I said that.
They keep doing this.
Well, because that's who they are, and they haven't changed. Here's what we have to consider, and this is the horrible irony of this, is that the rates of vaccination amongst people of color, Black Americans in particular, is lower because, understandably, they have some suspicion about the intentions of government, considering the history, especially regarding health care, when it comes to government orders and people of color, Black men in particular. We can think of the Tuskegee experiments as an example. The problem with this is, and everyone notices it, that this is no different than that.
What you want to say?
No. First off, I love this young lady. She's a great personality on Fox. This Tuskegee, no. That was when we took – this is why people jumped all over Biden's ass when he said that. The Tuskegee experiments wasn't that wasn't what caused black people to have syphilis and shit. The Tuskegee experiments was when we took black people, shoved them overseas, and they began fighting alongside the side of white men, even during the times of segregation overseas in World War II. That was the Tuskegee experiment. What she's talking about is she's getting two different things mixed up, and that's disheartening.
That the government has in the past made decisions based on the color of people's skin, based on ethnicity, against them. It's been a problem. And when we still see it happening in the 21st century, people of color aren't going to look at this and say, oh, great, now we're getting the good end of the stick. It's a sign that the government has not learned any lessons from this past. And nobody wants this. Everyone in New York sees that the decisions by the government has harmed us. We have a new mayor today.
What they said? What's that thing they say? Is I'm here I'm with the government and I'm here to help you.
Yeah, scariest words in English language.
Yeah, run for your life. You hear that, and this is what you're hearing.
Thank goodness. But this is for the governor. They're going to have to ask her and everyone else, when did the governor know that this was going to be the case? Who made these kinds of decisions? Because as you've said, it's illegal and it's harmful and it's going to cost people their lives.
Here's quickly the statement on the walk back from the New York Department of Health. Systemic poverty, which is clearly proven to be a risk factor in populations in New York State and nationwide, is added.
I hate this word coming up. He's about to read it, saying systemic poverty, which is clearly proven to be a risk factor in population in New York State and nationwide, is added to the algorithm to prioritize similar to all other risk factors. I hate that word. Systemic.
To the algorithm of prioritization, similar to all other risk factors. It's merely mentioned as a factor that increases risk. Two things there, and then we'll move on to your Betty White story, pivoting to poverty. Nobody's seeing through that. And using the algorithm. Where have we heard the blame on the algorithm before? We wouldn't.
So more bullshit, more government and some media trying to make black people and white people hate each other.
Yeah.
I hope a lot of people aren't falling for it, but a lot of them are. You see it all the time, and it's ridiculous.
I'm getting ready to sit in front of a bunch of people for the next 4 months that are going to have opinions that I get to sit and listen to.
Yeah, with the tax stuff starting, but it's just stop listening to them. The government and the media are pushing this race narrative that needs to stop. It needs to stop. I wish if the American people, enough people would wake up and just see it and stop listening to it, they would stop doing it because they'd realize that they wasn't getting anywhere with it.
I think they are starting to wake up slowly but surely. I don't think it's going to be something that happens overnight. But you see that with the current administration's, their approval rating. Everybody thought there was something better out there, and it turned out that they were, just orange man batting it the entire way.
No, I know. I got my motor cop shirt on. Forgot. Anyway, let's move on from that. So if you're in New York and if you're translucent, because they say only people of color, so that means we're translucent, obviously. Because I feel I have a color to me, and during the summer I get a nice
I'm peach
golden brown color. So but obviously they just think I'm translucent. Just call me Casper. But if you're a white person and go up there, they can say, hey, nope, no COVID stuff for you, mean white dirty man.
Devil.
You white devil, you cracker, you get your ass out of here. And they'll go find some black person on the street that ain't even wanting help and give them help that they don't want. So this next one, you might really want to pay attention to.
Is it the rapper?
No. Does consuming adult beverages weaken your immune system?
Oh, you didn't send me that one.
I didn't.
But I'm going to say no, it does not. It enhances it.
You think it like it enhances personality?
Well, like for instance, if you get a cut and you pour alcohol on it, it cleans the wound. So if you drink enough alcohol, it should kill whatever's in you. Call me a dumb redneck, but
Dumb redneck.
It's been working for me for a lot of years.
I'm looking for it. Where is it at? In the damn chair. Y'all gonna see me stand up and chunk this chair.
Actually, believe it or not, I have to throw away 5 rolly chairs tomorrow. I'm gonna see if I can't get the piston out of a couple of them, and I'll just mail this shit to you.
Anyway, there was a story. I downloaded it. I know I did. And it was saying, of course, in a story, I think it might be more of an op-ed than anything else, that, oh, here it is right here. I knew I had it. I say I did. Where it is. It says, how much, and I'm going down. How much alcohol do you have to drink before it weakens your immune system? I see what you're doing there. Anyway, this story is by Madeline Burry from the Insider. It says, if I disappear off the screen here, but I'm still here, it's just the chair sinking down. You see me going down? This article was medically reviewed by Scott Kasser, MD, a board-certified family medical physician, and I don't even know how to say that word. It's some Providence St. John's Health Center. It says alcohol does weaken the immune system when consumed excessively. I feel like I'm in quicksand right now, and I'm still going down. One to 2 drinks a day is generally considered safe and likely doesn't weaken the immune system significantly. So you can have 1 or 2 drinks, but that's not 1 or 2. That's not gallons.
If you drink a bottle, that's technically 1 drink.
You should refrain from drinking too much alcohol if you don't want to get sick.
Well, yeah.
And you shouldn't drink alcohol if you are sick.
No, fuck that. You don't remember the old days when they'd give you that, what the hell, the cough syrup? It was like 90% alcohol.
Well, do you know what will help keep you healthy, though? It says right here. I didn't know this, everybody. I did not know that. No. Being active and eating healthy food.
Let me tell you.
and getting enough sleep.
What was it? Orville Redenbacher or something? Drank whiskey all day long and his popcorn and steak and just dropped dead. And then, you got these athletes and shit that are out there running 9 miles a day, running marathons, and their hearts just fucking explode. So, there is no perfect recipe. I prefer to treat my my body like a roller coaster.
It says unhealthy factors. Okay, if y'all want to be unhealthy, do this. Be stressed out, have a stressful life, like paying bills and being responsible, and having a job. Just quit your job. You'll stop being stressed out, and get rid of all your kids too. Smoking. Is bad for you, and drinking alcohol is bad for you too. Yeah, it's right. It says it can be taxing on your immune system. I mean, I thought the only thing that taxed me was the fucking government, but now everything else is taxing me too. It makes it harder to fight off infections. It says here's what you need to know about how alcohol affects your immune system. Y'all did not know y'all were going to science class today, did y'all? Heavy drinking, which is 8 or more drinks a week for women, and 15 drinks or more a week for men. Well, at least you're safe there bottles there. You only have 1 or 2 a day, so that keeps right under the 15. They may be in big gulp cups of like 84 ounces.
Mason
but
jars.
Only two. He only has 2.
Yeah.
Binge drinking and drinking while pregnant or younger than the age of 21 is bad for you. Because drinking under the age of 21 is also illegal, but it's just bad for you. So when you're 21, it just automatically like, okay, your body's good for alcohol? Really?
Yeah, I don't get that. They tried to say it has something to do with it affects your brain. It'll stop your brain from growing. And I'm like, been drinking since I was like 12. I'm fine.
And that's what's wrong with you. Anyway, alcohol can alter the makeup of your gut microbiome.
What?
Now, if you want microbiomes, and that's where it's home of trillions of microorganisms performing several crucial roles into your health. So now I got trillions of microbiomes living inside of me rent free.
So to make you poop weird.
That's why I'm stressed out. I'm responsible for trillions of microbiomes.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
I don't know, but they have trillions of them. and drinking affects your microgasms. Oh,
Yeah, microgasms.
Your microgasms' abilities to support your immune system.
Is that when you're like going at it? And you're like,
I haven't had a micro.
whoa.
No, I think
is
that's
that
called
microgasms?
premature ejaculation. That's what
No,
that's
the
called.
full.
You can call it microgasm if you want, but anyway, by damaging these in your intestines, it can make it easier for pathogens to cross into your bloodstream. Well, it's just too much. It can lead to high blood pressure and heart disease, liver disease, and an increase for cancer. You know what? I think y'all should all stop drinking.
What?
Right now.
Come on, man. We're just going to be called Liberty and Freedom Podcast? I'm pretty sure that already exists.
But if they all stop drinking, that's
we could have
more for us.
That's right.
Y'all stop drinking. And I feel like I'm sitting on full. Look how much shorter I am on the screen than you now. I'm just like, yeah, I know, right?
I'll get down to your level.
All right, but anyway, that's what it says. According to these people, if you drink alcohol, you're gonna just die unhealthy, horrible deaths. Don't do it. Don't drink the whiskey. Leave it for me and Holstera.
Absolutely.
We will take the hit for y'all.
Not just the whiskey. Y'all stop drinking everything now. I need that price to come down. Shit gets expensive after a while.
I mean,
can't sit that far down.
A gallon a day won't keep the doctor away.
A gallon of water will. You have to wash out your liver.
Your anus with Massengill.
Well, I tell you what, it was fucked up. I was watching TV one day, and they had one of those cancer commercials, and they're like, one of the threats of smoking cigarettes is you could get colon cancer. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're smoking wrong. Get that thing out of your butt.
Jesus. Everything gives you cancer. Breathing the air gives you cancer.
Sure does.
It washes out the bacteria. Let's see what we have. Since we done give everybody a thing of quit drinking. And I got Antonio Brown, because I'm such a football fan. I had to look up to see who this guy was when all these news stories started popping up. And who's he play for?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You want me to read it?
You can go ahead and is it long? If not, just shorten it up. I got a video to play.
No, it's all fucking tweets and shit of him. Antonio Brown apparently didn't feel like playing anymore on Sunday. In the middle of the third quarter during a Tampa Bay Buccaneers possession, Brown just took his jersey and pads off and jogged to the locker room while waving to the crowd. It was bizarre. You're damn right, because you can't just quit. that you belonged to that football team. The Bucs were losing to the New York Jets 24-10 at the time, and Brown, the 3 catches for the 26 yards in the game. Maybe he was frustrated, but that is absolutely no way for an NFL player to act. Well, neither is taking a knee, but they seem to be okay with that. Mike Evans tried to talk to Brown, but the former All-Pro wasn't having it. So he just said, fuck it. I'm assuming it's because he was the only one doing shit. So he just said, you know what? If I can't get no teamwork on the team, I'm going to go to the locker room. I did my part. Later, guys. So let's see this. Professional athlete.
Well, the first thing is you got somebody that's got enough talent that can make it into the professional leagues. And then you're a big titty baby, you throw yourself a temper tantrum and you take your shit off and leave.
Yeah. And these guys make millions of dollars a game. I mean, just think of that. Most people's homes and cars, all of your problems could be solved, and all you have to do is play a football game. Just one game. You don't even need it particularly be good.
No, I got a video right here. We can see him walking off the field, watch him.
Bears.
You can pay all this damn money and stuff, and you can act like this. You can see him, this Evans guy's trying to stop him. And then, I mean, from what I understand, this guy's already had issues before, you know. But for him to act like this, I mean, you just got grown-ass boy. Where are the real men at anymore? You got all these cushy-ass, you know.
They're overseas. They're sitting in a squad car or an ambulance or a fire truck.
I guess.
That's where the real men are.
Pulling off his shirt. Pulling off his pads. Threw it on the ground, says something. I don't know. Maybe he was mad because he wasn't getting enough playing time or something. I don't know.
Something had to happen because why is the crowd cheering for him?
But I don't. Well, didn't they give with that Simone Biles girl, the gymnast? Didn't they just give her some athlete of the year for quitting in the middle of the Olympics? She just quit.
Oh yeah, because she didn't want to have something to do with something. I remember that.
She got athlete of the year. What I don't understand is, all right, he took his jersey off and his pads. Why are you going to take your undershirt off? You just trying to, I don't know.
He's trying to be on the man's GQ.
I guess so. Takes it off, throws his sweaty, nasty shirt into the crowd like that stinks. And then he throws his gloves in there.
Somebody's going to spend like $1,000 for that movie.
And he just walks off. And when he gets over here, I watched him when he goes up towards the locker room. Some guy gives him a high five. I mean, he's a quitter. He just quit. He quit probably $1 million+ job a year because he's throwing himself a little temper tantrum.
But he can't just quit. He's under a contractual obligation. You're not allowed to do that.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, would they just do bench him? I mean,
now they could fine him like millions of dollars per game if he don't show up.
I know. I mean, because you really don't want somebody like that playing for you now, do you?
No, what was the guy last year? My wife would know that. Flat out, he would show up to games and he would just sit on the bench. When they told him to go in, he'd just sit down. Like it's a thing, but that's bizarre. I mean, the whole issue, what the hell he's doing, it don't make any sense. There had to be something behind it that nobody's saying.
Oh, there has to be, but
you're right. He acted like a big ass bitch baby.
Oh, yeah. He definitely is.
Give me $1 million a damn game. I'll go sit there. I'll even take a few hits.
I don't get it. So, he's just you're a football player, man. I mean, fucking divas. That's what they are now, divas. That, you can't even hit the quarterback. And I don't watch football anymore because it's just turned into, like, I don't know, politics and pussies is what it is. They could have their own podcast called that when it comes to that shit. I don't know. I don't watch football, but it kept popping up, so not doing it.
I guess the U.S. Defense Secretary Austin tested positive for COVID-19. That just happened.
Who's that?
The U.S. Defense Secretary Austin tests positive for COVID-19. I don't know who the fuck it is.
So, I don't know. Anyway, Mr. Antonio Brown. Melissa on the chat was saying that the coach said he is done, which, like I said, I think the only reason I think the quarterback, who's the quarterback for?
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell. He's the one that literally he wouldn't show up for practice, and they threatened to like sue him for millions. So he just fucking started going to the games, but he wouldn't play. And he's like, if I go in there, I'll fumble the ball every time I fucking touch it.
Tom Brady's the one that got the coach to get this guy to come back or something, or before to get him on the team, and now they have all this issues and shit like that. So it's ridiculous, redonkulous. Anyway. I got a thing. Just don't watch football.
That's it. I don't. Just a bunch of bitches.
Just don't watch it. I mean, to me, paying people way too much money for playing a game. It's ridiculous. On to other matters of ridiculousness.
I'm an island boy.
This is out of Florida also. One of your peeps, rapper Kodak Black, was arrested on trespassing charges in Florida.
Taking pictures. That's why he's named Kodak.
What's bad is most of the kids nowadays don't even know what Kodak is. Anyway, he was arrested trespassing Saturday in South Florida. The Broward Sheriff's Office said Black was taken into custody in his hometown of Pompano Beach earlier Saturday morning. Investigators did not immediately release details about what prompted the arrest. Black, whose legal name is Bill Capri, later posted bond and was released, the newspaper reported. Neither his publicist nor his attorney immediately returned email. Black had a 3-year federal prison sentence for falsifying documents used to buy weapons at a Miami gun store commuted by President. I didn't know Donald Trump commuted old Kodak Black's sentence.
Oh, fuck.
He served about half, so he did about 1.5 years on it. He was later sentenced to probation last April for assaulting a teenage girl in South Carolina hotel room. Really?
Outstanding citizen.
Really? Black was originally charged with rape, but accepted a deal and pleaded guilty to first-degree assault. Black has sold over 30 million singles and has had several multi-platinum and platinum certified singles, including ZZ, No Flockin', and Roll in Peace. I have heard of those fucking songs, but I'm old also.
I have no idea who the fuck he is, but he sold 30 million copies.
Well, anyway.
Even at $1 a piece, that's a lot of money.
This is Kodak Black. If you're on the live stream, if you want to go watch it or look at it, there's a picture of him right here. Right here. Say y'all see him? I don't know if he might need a dentist the way he's holding his teeth together.
He's an island boy.
But anyway, I think he might have been trespassing, trying to see his sons right here. I'm going to pull up the pictures up next to him. These are his two sons. I'm sorry. If y'all aren't, well, if y'all just listening, what I did is pulled up a picture of Kodak Black, and next to him, if y'all watch TikTok or anything, it's the Island Boys. What are they called? I don't remember. Fly Soldier and something. I'm
gonna call them the Eagle Tat and like Musical Note.
I'm gonna call them Unemployed and Always Unemployed. That's what I'm gonna call them.
Well, the problem is they blew up so fast overnight and literally got contracts and shit because people were like, "Holy fuck, 40 million people want to see your shit."
But they suck. They've been booed off stage.
Oh,
and
dude,
stuff.
And they get attacked everywhere they go because they're little badasses. They got a little taste of the high life, and now they go out in public and somebody's like, "You suck," and they'll get right up in their face. And I'm telling you, I don't wish any harm on anybody, but the way they act when they go into these certain types of communities, they're gonna get fucking
Yeah,
shot.
they're going to get marked. But anyway, if you look, it's just a joke, everybody. I don't know if it is, but if you get
It's gotta be his kids.
if you go look at pictures, if you just Google it, look up Kodak Black, and then look up the guys that sing Island Boys. I don't know, one of them's called Fly Soldier, and the other one's called.
Just put up Island Boys, it'll come up.
Yeah, but anyway, pull it up and look at pictures of them side by side, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Their mama was white. That's how it happened.
It's so bad, but but he got arrested yet again. That just goes to show you that it don't matter how much money you make. Of course, I don't know what he's even worth anymore. I mean, when's the last time was he even relevant? So
It's got to be recent because, like I said, I don't even know who the hell it is because I don't listen to the radio anymore.
me neither. I mean, I'm so out of touch with stuff like that. I'm just trying to see if it pulls up, says anything about his net worth.
His debut was 2014. Peaked at number 3 on the U.S. Billboard's 200 and includes Billboard's Hot Top 100s for single tunnel vision. Fuck, he's only 24 years old.
Who? Kodak Black?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he looks way older than that. And anyway, he's worth, according from Wealthy Gorilla, December 8th, 2021. He's worth $600,000. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's not a millionaire, nothing like that. But I mean,
but you have to remember, net worth is all of his own possessions as well.
Yeah.
Like if you own a bunch of real estate, that's part of it. So shit, you could have zero money in the bank.
Anyway, he's worth like, I don't know, a little over $500,000. But the Island Boys probably got more than that.
Yeah, they do. Especially now because they're more relevant.
And they just suck complete ass all the way. So they're just horrible. So I just thought I saw that too. It just so I just figured I'd throw that story out there. I thought Kodak Black was like way older than that though.
No.
They must have another rapper with the name of Kodak something because they use each other's names and the rappers do.
That little eagle between his eyes, though, so that one kid must be his favorite. The one that has the same tattoo as him.
I guess I don't know.
Like, what is that fucking hairstyle called? The fucking Psycho Bob?
I don't know. When I see it, it makes me think that somebody was like scuba diving or something, and they come up and they had an octopus stuck on their head. And the octopus is biting their head, and all the octopus feet are sticking up, like trying to wiggle and stuff like that. I mean, that's just what I see when I see that. I mean, it's like the octopus. It's like an octopus head. You want to read this next story?
206.
The Marines, yes, the Marine story.
It's got a 2 parts to it here.
Just kind of, you don't have to read the whole thing. You just glance through it and give us.
Yeah, so basically 206 Marines have been discharged for refusing the COVID-19 vaccine. And I can tell you they're not alone. There's a multitude of people leaving the Corps because it's utterly bullshit. That actually comes in the next part. So 169 last week decided to go ahead and walk because now I'm not hearing that they're being court-martialed, which is great. But overall, 95% or more than 182,000 active duty Marines are at least partially vaccinated. And 94%, what? 95% are partially, and then we got 94% are fully vaccinated. What the fuck? That's like 200. It's Marine Corps math. Anyway, the Marine Corps is still tracking 1,007 approved administration or medical exemptions, Woods said. The Air Force discharged 27. The Navy, Jesus, the Navy is looking to chop 3,002. Wow.
Yeah, more sailors that are refusing to get it than other ones in.
Which is weird because they're used to getting railed. Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck. There's a Navy joke in there. The National Defense Act Authorization Act, which President Joe Biden signed into law on Monday, states that discharges for vaccine refusal must be either honorable or general under honorable conditions. Well, fuck. That's like you want to get out of your lease? You out.
Yeah,
Because in the original, they said it was going to be dishonorable.
Well, some of the Marines there in that other story, I think they interviewed somebody. He says like they're trying to purge out some of the military people. That's not a lot of military people that aren't seeing, I guess, on the same side as Biden or whatever.
There's a multitude of them, and even there's some people in there that they need the job or they want the job, so they get the shot. But anyone that I know, and I'm friends with a good number of Marines, they believe like we do. If you want it, fucking get it. If you don't want it, don't fucking get it. It's that simple. But when you start forcing people to take that shot and take, let's be honest about it, the possibility of harming yourself. If you take that shot and you have an adverse reaction, you're fucked. You're going to get dishonorably discharged. Or, no, medically discharged. But it's not right to force anybody, whether it be me and you or military members.
No, like I said, I'm just anti-mandate.
Oh, you like mandates. That's what Harry said.
Well, Harry, I actually got an email from Harry, and Harry said, "You better watch your back, Holster. Watch your back, because he's looking for you."
He got my face already.
Because he's mad that you
give him a clap.
Cheated on Santa. Santa cheated on Harry with you, and he's mad. He said he is gonna stick a elf on a shelf in your butt, and it's gonna be called elf in your butt. So
yeah, alpha in your rectum. What?
Yes, you're gonna have to go see a elfologist to get that out of there.
They'll have to swab my cheeks with a Christmas tree.
Like in a fake Christmas tree too, one really prickly one.
Shit, did you even put a Christmas tree up this year?
No, I haven't put up. I've only put up a Christmas tree, I think, once or twice in the last 9 years.
Yeah, we didn't this year. Too much shit going on.
Well, I just don't really do it too much ever since my mom died, because that was kind of her thing, and Christmas is just ain't quite the same for me.
I got you.
As they used to be. Find this next story.
I used to like Christmas before I had children.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of grandkids too. I have to send you that picture I took with my daughter's side of grandkids.
Well, you got like 19 kids and 37 grandchildren.
No, those other children, there was no DNA test done. So this next story is fucked up as all get out. I seen it and I actually had to read it twice because it's kind of hard to believe, but I'm assuming, I read it. It's from a website called Protocol. A story by Michelle Ma, M.A. Anyway, this is part of a series they're doing, I guess, on a series on salary series, they call it, where they're taking a deep dive into the world of pay and how it's set and how it's changing and what's next. Anyway, this story is called Inside the World's First Pay Gap Store. What you pay depends on your race and gender. Yeah, I said that right. I'm not.
But what if you don't have a gender?
I don't know. If you're one of them
her,
binaries, I'm a zim fem free rocker roller ging.
Yeah, I'm a box of Skittles, bitch.
It says everyone's heard the stats as of 2020. Women earn 84% of what men earn. Meanwhile, white men continue to out-earn black and Hispanic men as well as all groups of women. Despite all the advocacy and legislation aimed at addressing it, the gender and racial pay gap in the U.S. persists. What if we try to address gap from a different angle? When I hear gap, that's not gap. I usually
I think about this place where you buy T-shirts.
That's not what I was thinking about either. What's the premise of a new marketing campaign by HR compliance software company, which recently launched what it claims to be the first world's pay gap store? The concept was simple. Your payment depends on your gender and your race. Prices for items in the store are calculated using U.S. Census data collected in 2019. I'm going to skip down.
But the census isn't a solid fact.
No, it's not.
It's like, I know plenty of black and white people that are poor and black and white people that are very wealthy. It doesn't matter.
For example, if you decide to go shop at this stupid store, and you want to buy a T-shirt, they sell mostly items they sell are T-shirts, tote bags, and mugs.
Please tell me they're in California.
I'm probably getting there. The highest pay earners in the United States, Asian men would pay the most, and the lowest paid, who would pay less, would be an Hispanic women, would pay the least. A T-shirt that would cost an Asian man $34.99. I don't just fucking say $35 really. At the store would cost an Hispanic woman $17.74.
I need to get AOC to go shopping for me.
Representing a 51% pay gap between those two groups. So why would me, being a white guy or an Asian guy or whatever, why would I even stop and buy anything from your fucking T-shirt store?
Because you're fucking woke. If you
and I'm going to go in and pay $35 for a T-shirt. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a Hispanic woman walking past and say, "Hey, I give you $5 going. I'm going to give you you $30. Go and get me this T-shirt, and you can keep the change."
Hell yeah!
So I still pay, or guess what? I'm just not going to buy shit from your store, which is what I'm not going to do. Yeah, if I was there, I just wouldn't buy shit from you, and so instead of you making $35 or keep going selling you $17 T-shirts, your $18 T-shirts.
Well, the one benefit is, like I said, if it's in California, they're just going to get robbed blind the first month.
Yeah.
Like, there you go.
Profits from the Pay Gap store will be donated to a relevant charity fighting for equal pay, which the company is currently deciding on. So they don't even know which charity they want.
So this shit is one of those those funded by Soros bullshits.
Yeah, but they don't know which charity. Some candidates include the National Women's Law Center, as well as the Equal Rights Advocates, which has an Equal Pay Today campaign. The caveat here is that a legally trustee isn't allowed to charge people differently based on race and gender, which is why there's a bold disclaimer at the bottom of the site. Our Pay Gap store suggests what a fair price is for you based on your answers to our questions about your gender and race and ethnicity. So if I go in there and say, "Well, what's your gender?" I'm going to say I'm Hispanic.
Yeah, I'm a Hispanic female.
And what do you identify as? Well, I'm a Hispanic female. So I can just get the cheap price, bitches. So, but I mean, why? If I walk into the store and somebody asks me, "What is my race and gender?" I'm going to be like, "Yeah, I just walked into the wrong fucking store. I'll see y'all later." I mean, I don't, but they're not going to let me in anyway because I'm not going to have a vaccine card. So I'm not allowed in there anyway. This kind of choose what you want to pay setup is relatively rare in e-commerce. Oh, really? That's why it's probably not going to work because you're going to go out of business. Choose what you pay sale is part of the retailer's whole radical supply chain. So they're just going to do what they do everywhere else over there, and they're just not going to pay nothing, and they're just going to take your shit and walk out the door and not pay nothing. Oh, my God. It says the person running this is not under any illusion. He is aware that selling merch on an online store is not going to move the needle. Oh, it's an online store.
Well, at least he won't get robbed every day.
No, he won't get robbed. He just ain't gonna sell shit.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't buy anything from these idiots here.
No.
Michelle May, there's a picture over here. She's looks like she belongs to the higher pay class, which means she would be an Asian woman. So anyway, she's probably woke, even if she's Asian. And there's a big picture of a Chinese flag there right under the story. So go figure. Anyway, if y'all want to go shop there, I don't know what it's called, the Pay Gap store. It's online. It's an e-commerce store. You can go there and pay more than your fair share.
Yeah, how the fuck is he gonna know?
I don't know. I wouldn't want. And what's it gonna say? What's the logo on it? Pay Gap. I mean, they got Mind the Gap on the chive, but it's just women like with tight clothes on. You can see the gap between their legs. But I think
only friends.
I think everything on there costs the same amount for everybody, no matter what your pay scale is.
I'm assuming it does. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's some fucked up shit. This next one is when you have teenagers, or the teenagers' parents, let's say, suing the football coaches.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. You didn't look over that story? I'm sure you did.
No.
And anyway, this is a story out of Ohio. Canton, Ohio, at that. Isn't that a woke area? I think it is.
Every bit of Ohio.
And see, when I think of Ohio, I think of just like very, very, like farmland and stuff like that.
It's more, yeah, I mean, there's parts of Ohio, but then again, I mean, like Indiana is a lot of farmland as well.
I don't know. That's what I just think. Of course, when people say Louisiana, they think, we have outhouses and I got to fight off alligators to go take a piss at night or something.
You know, I was fucking surprised when I got there. I was all over the place.
Yeah, you were just intrigued by the ditches.
Shit, yeah, you could die.
It's not. Anyway, the story is teen has a lawsuit against the coaches that made him eat pizza as a punishment in football, and it's against his religion. First of all, I mean, I don't know where they making you eat pizza for me. Punish me, motherfucker. I love me some pizza. And a high school football player who says coaches forced him to eat a pizza covered with pepperoni grease in violation of his religious beliefs is suing his former district and the coaches. Now, these coaches, I think, got fired. Now, I want to know, it is wrong. It is very wrong they should have never held this child down. Held him down and forced pizza in his mouth. That is totally wrong. They should be charged with child abuse for holding this child down and making him eat pizza.
They held him down? I didn't get that part.
That's because I'm being sarcastic. Because he said he was forced to eat it. If you're not being held down and something forced down your throat, are you really forcing anybody to do it? Did anybody not say
you'd have to ask Jen Psaki about that?
You couldn't get up and walk away. Anyway, the former athlete and his parents filed a federal civil rights suit this week, seeking millions of dollars, of course, in damages, and alleging violations of his religious freedom and constitutional rights. The kid says in the lawsuit that the coaches were notified that he doesn't eat pork or pork residue as a matter of his Hebrew Israelite religious faith. Basically, I think what he is when they're Muslims, they don't eat pork. But they ordered him to eat the pizza as punishment for missing an off-season workout. The incident and indicated that his spot on the team was at risk if he didn't do it. Well, I mean, if you're that much into your religion, I'm hard-headed enough. I'd have just got up and walked out if it meant that much to me. Fuck a football team, or whatever. I would have got my ass up and walked out. The coaches say the player chose to. Now listen, see, we're getting the other side of the story. The coaches there said that he chose to remove the pepperoni and eat the pizza rather than an alternative food. So he was offered something else, from according to what the coaches said. But he said, no, I'll just take the pepperonis off and eat it. Okay? So he's not eating pork.
So he opted to do it and damn self.
He says they were not aware it violated his religious beliefs, according to the defamation suit they filed previously against the teen's dad. So the coaches turned around and they sued the dad. Good for them. His attorney and school officials. An attorney representing most of the coaches said they had statements. They have statements from over a dozen eyewitnesses, which is other player, that indicates the family's allegation. So they got other players that are saying no, they didn't force him to eat this pizza.
Right. He opted not to eat the other thing.
Whatever they could, I don't know, would they offer him? Some Brussels sprouts? I don't know.
Pork belly sandwich.
No, well, to me, if you want to punish somebody and make them eat something, make them eat pickles. Because pickles are nasty. It's pickles have been soaking in douche fluid and stuff like that. So if you want to punish somebody, douche juice it correctly. The district suspended several of the coaches after the allegations arose. The boards voted not to renew coaching contracts for 4 of the coaches, deemed 3 other assistant coaches as ineligible for coaching positions in the future. So they didn't get fired, but they didn't re-up their contract. So basically, they got fired. Yep. The now 18-year-old student has transferred to a different district after facing threats and ridicule from teammates and the public because of his situation. No, it's probably because his teammates told him what kind of shitbag he was for lying on his coaches.
Right.
This is what I think happened. I think he say, no, I'll eat the pizza, I'll just take the pepperonis off so I won't have the pork. And I didn't know pepperonis were made out of pork, to tell you the truth. New to me. I thought they picked them off a pepperoni tree or like a really nerdy guy with bad skin. They've got like a little field of like little nerd kids out there and they just go, come here. I'll run over here and they
like
pick
the
off
Skittles commercial?
Yeah, and they just pick the little pepperonis off their faces. But anyway, what I think happened was they're like, all right, y'all are punished. To me, eating pizza is not a punishment. How is that punishing somebody by eating pizza? Maybe pizza is nasty in Ohio. I don't know. But it's like, I actually had some pizza for lunch, and it was a microwave pizza, and I still enjoyed it because it was pizza, okay? You take bread and marinara sauce and meat and cheese, it's delicious. So what I think happened was that he said, oh, no, Coach, I'm good. I'll just pick the pepperonis off of it, and he ate it of his own free will. I think mommy or daddy found out about it and blew a fucking gasket. Oh, that's against our religion. I'll have to go jihad them. And I don't know if he actually said that, but his dad got mad, pulled his towel off his head and started,
beating him with it.
No, he didn't beat him with it. He was popping him with it like you pop people with the wet towel. But anyway, so he's like, well, they made me eat it. They said I had to eat it. So he was getting his ass in trouble for enjoying this delicious pizza that he ate. And just like how, not saying all of them do, but you do have a lot of little girls that get caught having sex with an older guy. And
rape.
They holler rape, and because they don't want to get in trouble. I think this boy hollered pork rape. They raped his mouth with pepperoni, and because he didn't want to get in trouble by his daddy, and now it cost these people their jobs and everything else. That's what I think.
Yeah, I can tell you, if I played football for a while, and somebody from my team would have fucking rolled on our coach like that or some bullshit, somebody's getting her ass beat. So I think it's a good idea he moved.
If this kid's lying, I hope the coaches win, and
And I hope their parents have a lot of fucking money.
I hope Dad has to give up little pepperoni boys' college tuition and pay for these coaches. But I think that's what happened. I think the kid enjoyed the pizza.
Yeah, because he's never allowed to have it at home.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess they could just have regular cheese pizza. But I guarantee you he well much enjoyed that pepperoni grease on there.
Oh, yeah. It's delicious. Hell, we just buy the pepperonis and keep them in the fridge.
Like I said, I didn't know pepperoni was pork. I thought it came off a little pepperoni face kid.
I thought it was like everything, like a summer sausage.
I don't know. It's delicious. Delicious. We're getting a little past what we usually do, so we're gonna just mention these other ones. Marjorie Taylor Greene's her personal Twitter account been permanently suspended by Twitter,
which sucks because she's like one of the best politicians. She don't take no shit off nobody.
Well, she don't fit the narrative.
Right.
It's
just like Trump and everybody else they got rid of.
Yeah. Well, I think Cheney, Representative Cheney or whatever she is up there. I read a story on her, almost pulled up. That she's hollering that Trump should never be elected again, and he's dangerous and all this stuff. I'm like, really?
Well, that's up to the American people, not her.
The only thing dangerous is seeing you in a pair of thongs. That's what would be dangerous. Okay, Miss Cheney? Just so put the cotton briefs on and shut the hell up. That's what I think about that one.
Be like looking at Dick Cheney in some boxer briefs.
You said Dick.
Dick Cheney sure did.
That's how she was even made.
Kamala? No. That's what Kamala did to become vice president.
No, she sucked some dick.
Her and Jen Psaki.
Oh, Jen Psaki.
Jen Psaki.
This next one here, of course, we all know New York done put their big time, very restrictive COVID mandates in effect, and Chicago has.
Tonight at midnight, Chicago goes into lockdown.
And also New Orleans. I mean, it's such a great city. It smells like people. Well, Stare can tell you. I took him down there when he came down, but
they were cleaning it, so
we went there today. But I tell everybody, I said, if you want to know what it's like being in New Orleans, or you want to have the smells in New Orleans, just walk in a porta can, and a dirty porta can, and that's what New Orleans smells like. Am I wrong?
No.
It smells like piss.
Because everybody goes out and freaking parties all night. You can't use a restroom unless you're a paying customer. So you go out and you pee in the sidewalk, and the homeless people are out there, and you're puking everywhere because it's party central. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The music was great. Those little donut things were great.
Beignets?
Yeah, the coffee was fucking hot.
Well,
fucking hot.
Coffee usually is.
No, I mean, like, look, if that place was McDonald's, I would have sued them for getting coffee all over my genitalia, okay? That shit was... I put it in my mouth, and it was almost... I have never so fast just opened my mouth and let everything fall out. I didn't even spit it because I didn't want to burn my lips. The shit was hot. Yeah.
Yeah, we had beignets at the
waited
original
an hour. Homeless people were playing
Cafe Du Monde there, and but it's delicious. You had powdered sugar all over you.
All over me. My jacket still has covered. Yeah, it still is.
Anyway, New Orleans is going to require even 5-year-olds to show proof of their COVID cards. 5-year-olds, people. That's fucking ridiculous.
Shit, when my kids were 5, they didn't even know where they lived.
Mayor
wanted them to carry around a fucking card.
Mayor Latoya Cantrell said she is implicating the policy to keep the Omicron variant at bay. We know how that works out for you there, Cantrell.
Badly.
It's not going to work. Most of southeast Louisiana is currently labeled high risk, according to the Louisiana Department of Health. The city's vaccine passport system already ranks among the most stringent public health protocols in the country, along with New York and San Francisco, Residents and visitors have to show proof of vaccine or negative test to enter businesses and government buildings. And
Pass.
good luck. Your Mardi Gras season's gonna fucking suck.
It's just like drug use. They'll let it go. They're not going to enforce that shit during Mardi Gras because if they do, goodbye New Orleans.
Well, I'm not saying all of them are, but a lot of NOPD cops are not the friendliest in the world. I'd rather get lost and walk into the hood than ask an NOPD cop for direction.
That's the truth too. I kept trying to get him. I was like, man, I'm gonna run over there and get a picture with him. He's like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, they're most of them are not friendly. I don't know why, but they're not. So I don't see them really giving that much of a flying fuck if they're not going to go around. I wouldn't think they were go around and do it. It's just ridiculous. I would just stay out of New Orleans or any place that does that. After the mask mandates were lifted around here, which I didn't wear anyway, but this was before Delta. I believe me and Bam went to go shopping and there was no mask mandate. I walked into a place and they's like, "Oh, you need your mask." I'm like, "No, I don't. Mandate's over." "Oh, well, our company policy is." I'm like, "Well, you can keep your company policy. Have a nice day," and turn around and walked out the door.
Yeah, at that point, I've heard enough.
Did I make a big deal? Nope. But I sure wasn't fucking spending no money there. So I went down a little farther down to another store and spent probably about $200 on some shirts that I was needing. And they were happy to take my money without a mask on. So take your mask and stick it up.
Take your mask and shove it.
Oh, there's actually a song. Somebody, you know that?
No.
Yeah. I'll see if I ain't gonna play the whole thing. I don't want to get copyrighted, but there's a guy called I think he's I follow him on YouTube. He
YouTubery.
I can get this thing to. Why won't it go?
Is it that song? Take
Yeah,
the
but
drop
he
and shove it.
Yeah, but he redid it as the what you're just talking about here. Oh, there it is. Hold on, get to it. Subscription. Yeah, like I said, me and Bam were watching it last night, and it was quite funny. Say I did. It's not on this. It's not on this one. Let me search for it.
We play it next week.
It's ain't take a second. I thought I was on the wrong account.
Ooh.
That's when you got too many accounts. Yeah, here he is, right here. And he just put it out. It's like I said, it's quite funny. Well, I say it is. Anyway, if y'all want to look him up, go to Buddy Brown. He just redid that song. Take this.
Take the job and shove it.
Yeah, but he did
by
it
Johnny
with,
Paycheck.
He did it with take this. Oh, here it is, right here.
Truck Sessions.
Anyway, this is
What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year to you. I hope you're.
Oh, I love
y'all
that
want to
guy.
make that your New Year's resolution as well. Hit like I want to. I ain't shopping here no more. Old Fauci done left and took all the reasons I was listening for. You better not ask to see my vax card. I'll knock you on the floor. So take this mask and shove it. I ain't shopping here no more.
Anyway, I ain't gonna get
Fucking
copyrighted.
love it.
Anyway, that's
Might be my new
that's,
ringtone.
that's Buddy Brown. He's on YouTube. I don't know.
He's also got a TikTok.
But that's the song he redid. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I like that.
So, I don't know if we're going to do any shorts this week or not. Depends on the weather and everything else, and we all getting ready to get busy. At least going to put one out a week, if not two, but one for sure. And
remember, y'all, if you can't be good at it.
Yeah, and till next week or later on in the week, remember to fight the power and stay free.
Hell yeah. Later, everybody.
We're out. Stay free. Never give in.